I'm Mr. Veroni.
I'm Mr. Kramer.
I'm Miss Clark. I'm Miss Paschke.
I'm Mr. Ellsworth.
I'm Miss Studio.
And this
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 This.
is Deer Park Daily. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Deer Park Daily. I'm Mr. Veroni. As mentioned in Friday's episode, this week we will be celebrating our heroes on the front lines and essential workers all week. We first start off with Miss Deas, who's going to tell us a little bit more about this week's project.
Hey scholars, I hope that you and your families are healthy and doing well. We miss you so much, and we are counting down the days until you are back in the classrooms and back on campus. While you are at home working remotely and your teachers are jumping online to support you, there are some very special people who are getting up and going to work every day to help people get better and to help us continue some sense of normalcy even though we're social distancing. They're known as essential workers, and they're people like nurses and doctors, grocery store clerks, cashiers at Walmart or Target, mailmen and women, delivery drivers, truck drivers. You might know them as mom and dad, or they might be your grandparents or older siblings, other relatives, and even neighbors. But they are on the front lines every day helping us to keep our futures in the focus. We owe them a great sense of gratitude. So the assignment that you'll work on this week will focus on learning more about what it is that they do and finding ways to tell them thank you. So join me and the district, as well as our school community, in saying thank you to our essential workers in the Low Country. I miss you so much. Can't wait to see your awesome work.
Thank you, Miss Deas. We now go over to Miss Lewis, who shares with us this week's edition of Deer Park's Best Books.
Happy Monday! This is Miss Lewis coming at you live from windy West Ashley. And this week is National Library Week. We have a lot to celebrate even though our physical buildings are mostly closed. Librarians help you get information, help you find the right book to read, and we're there to support you no matter who you are. In fact, I think librarians are kind of heroes too. For National Library Week, ALA, which is the American Library Association, has announced their most banned books in 2019. And they also have a lot of other good stuff available on their website. So I'm going to share with you some books about some heroes this week, as well as information about how you can get on our public library sites, because you don't have to have a library card to get access to some awesome ebooks. The public library buildings may be closed, but you can still apply for a CCPL e-card at ccpl.org/e-card. That way you can get a library card that allows you to access the ebooks that they provide. All of the books that I am sharing with you today can be found in Mackinvia in Your Clever. Sometimes being a hero means doing something that no one has done before. Path to the Stars, My Journey from Girl Scout to Rocket Scientist, is the autobiography of Sylvia Acevedo. As a young girl, Sylvia was discouraged by many adults who told her that she should not pursue a career in science. Her local Brownie troop encouraged her, and on a stargazing trip with her troop, she fell in love with astronomy. She eventually became one of the first Hispanic students to graduate with a Master's of Science from Stanford University, and went on to work for NASA, Apple, and Dell before finally becoming the head of the Girl Scouts of the USA. Sometimes being a hero means overcoming adversity. Written by newspaper writer Gregory Zuckerman and his sons, both of the Rising Above books feature athletes, some mega famous like LeBron James, Steph Curry, Simone Biles, and the Williams sisters, and some you may not know about. For instance, Jim Abbott, who was born without a right hand and went on to pitch a no-hitter in the major leagues, or Monet Davis, the first girl to pitch a shutout in the Little League World Series of baseball. Read more about them in Rising Above. Sometimes being a hero can mean facing things that are unjust. In these graphic novels, Strange Fruit, Uncelebrated Narratives from Black History, you'll learn about Henry Box Brown, who literally shipped himself to freedom in a giant box. Or Victor Green, creator of the Green Book for the Negro Motorist that listed safe places for African Americans to stop while traveling during the Jim Crow era. Or you might learn about stagecoach driver Mary Fields, who defied conventions and faced many dangers to become a driver for the U.S. Postal Service. This is Miss Lewis signing off. See you next week for more of Deer Park's best books.
Thank you, Miss Lewis. Nothing beats a good book with a good hero, because nothing beats a hero. Bucks, come hang out with Miss Lawrence and Miss Smith on Tuesdays in the Guidance Lounge. Meeting details will be sent via school email accounts by grade level. 6th graders are Tuesdays from 10 to 10:40. 7th graders are on Tuesdays from 11 to 11:40. And 8th graders are on Tuesdays from 12 to 12:40. For more information, contact Miss Lawrence and Miss Smith. Virtual Spirit Week returns this week. Monday, we have Make It Monday. Tuesday is Hat Day. Wednesday is Wellness Wednesday. Thursday is Thankful Thursday. And Friday is Quarantine Friday. For your chance to have your submission featured on Deer Park Daily, please send pictures to Robert_Veroni at charleston.k12.sc.us. This week's Thought of the Week is a quote I want you to think about. This quote comes from David Campbell, and it says, "A hero is someone who has given his or her life to something bigger than oneself." Join us tomorrow on Deer Park Daily as we continue to honor our heroes all week. And that's the news, everyone.